Suppose if the string is in fundamental mode, in fundamental mode or basic mode, it is also called basic mode. Fundamental mode is also called first harmonic. First harmonic. How the string is vibrating in single loop. That means p value is equal to 1. Then the frequency of vibrating string. Now just look at this p value. If substitute 1 here, n1 is equal to 1 divided by 2l root p by square root is for both numerator and denominator. So students, look at this expression right here. The frequency, that fundamental frequency, that means when the string is vibrating in one segment or one loop, that frequency in fundamental mode. So how it is related to the length of the vibrating string, tension in the string, and mass per unit, linear density. So from this we can draw or derive the first law, second law, and third law, laws of transverse vibration, right? So this very simple derivation to understand it. So string, stretched string తీసుకొని దాన్ని ప్లగ్ చేసిన అనుకోండి, అప్పుడు తిర్యక్ తరంగాలు ఆ తీగ వెంబడి ప్రయాణించి ఆ పూచిన దగ్గర, రైట్, సో చివర్లలో అది సో రిఫ్లెక్ట్ అయ్యి మళ్ళీ రెండు ఒకదానితో ఒకటి ఓవర్లాప్ అవడం వల్ల స్టేషనరీ వేవ్స్ జనరేట్ అవుతాయి, స్థిర తరంగాలు ఉత్పన్నం అవుతాయి. ఎట్లాగైతే స్థిర తరంగాలు ఉత్పన్నమవుతాయో అప్పుడు కంపించే తీగ యొక్క పౌనపున్యానికి సమీకరణం రాబట్టడానికి మనం ప్రయత్నిద్దాం. ఇక్కడ సో తీగ, సో మనం ఒక సెగ్మెంట్, ఒక లూప్ అంటారు, 2 లూప్లు 3 లూప్లు ఇట్లా కంపిస్తూ ఉంది అని అనుకుంటున్నాం. కంప్లీట్ లూప్సే ఫామ్ అవుతాయి. ఎందుకంటే సో 2 చివర్ల ఎప్పుడే కానీ అస్పందన స్థానాలే ఫామ్ అవుతాయి. ఎందుకంటే యానకం యొక్క కణాలు స్వేచ్ఛగా కంపించడానికి స్వేచ్ఛగా ఉండవు ఆ చివర్లో. కాబట్టి p లూప్స్ కనుక ఫామ్ అయినట్టయితే ఒక్కొక్క లూప్ యొక్క సో పొడవు కనుక తీసుకుంటే అంటే ఒక లూప్ పొడవు l/p అయిపోతుంది. ఈ l/p అనేది λ/2 కు సమానం అవుతుంది. దీని నుంచి మనం λ = 2l/p అని అన్నమాట. నుంచి మనం పౌనపున్యానికి సమీకరణం రాబట్టుకోవచ్చు అనమాట. పౌనపున్యాన్ని సమీకరణం తీసుకుంటే కనుక when the string is vibrating in p segments, it is given by v by lambda. Lambda అంటే తరంగ దైర్ఘ్యం 2l/p, పైకి వెళ్ళిపోయి p within the bracket v by 2l వస్తుంది. ఇక్కడ v అనేది ఇక్కడ ధ్వని తరంగం ఏ రూపంలో ప్రయాణిస్తుంది, తిర్యక్ తరంగం యొక్క వేగం. ఇక్కడ తిర్యక్ తరంగం ఒక స్ట్రెచ్ స్ట్రింగ్ కనుక తీసుకుంటే కనుక ఇది t/μ కు సమానం అవుతుంది. T అనేది తన్యత, తీగలో ఉన్నటువంటి టెన్షన్ అంటే తన్యత. మ్యూ అనేది ప్రమాణ పొడవుకుండేటువంటి ద్రవ్యరాశి అనమాట. లీనియర్ డెన్సిటీ ఆర్ మాస్ పర్ యూనిట్ లెంత్ అంటారు. దీన్ని ఇక్కడ కనుక ప్రతిక్షేపిస్తే కనుక అప్పుడు కంపించే తీగ యొక్క పౌనపున్యానికి సమీకరణం మనకు వస్తుంది p/2l. p బదులుగా అంటే తిర్యక్ తరంగం యొక్క వేగాన్ని కనుక ప్రతిక్షేపిస్తే t/μ సమీకరణం మనకు వస్తుంది. దీని నుంచి మనం p విలువ కనుక 1 ప్రతిక్షేపిస్తే కంపించే తీగ మొదటి కంపన దశలో దాని యొక్క పౌనపున్యానికి సమీకరణం వస్తుంది. దిస్ ఇస్ ఫండమెంటల్ ఫ్రీక్వెన్సీ ఇన్ ఫండమెంటల్ మోడ్ ఆఫ్ వైబ్రేషన్. నౌ laws of transverse vibrations. Dear students, just make a note of it. It's very important. Laws, LAW, laws of transverse vibrations. Transverse, laws of transverse vibration in a stretched string. Stretched string. Okay, in a fundamental mode, you just look that expression just now we derived. So when the string is vibrating in one segment or one loop, right, then this general expression p value is equal to 1. So p value is equal to 1. It is 1/2l root t by mu. This expression, general expression when the string is vibrating in one loop or one segment. Now from this first law, how to derive the first law? Look at that expression here. how many variables are there here? Right hand side, L, length of the string, tension in the string, and linear density, mass per unit length. Now, so just look at this, the frequency of fundamental frequency of a vibrating string, or frequency of vibrating in fundamental mode. Anyway, both will give same meaning. The fundamental frequency of a vibrating string N1 is inversely proportional to the length of the vibrating string when this T and mu are constants, maintained constant. So very simple here. Just look at that expression here. The remaining two variables, that's the tension and linear density, are maintained constant. Then the frequency is inversely proportional to the length of vibrating string when the tension and linear density remain constants. Or we can put it this way, cross multiply N1 into L constant, remain constant when T and mu, tension and linear density, remain constant. Tension, mu is linear density, remain constants. Right? Now make a note of it. So just I'll dictate very slowly. The first law, laws of transverse vibrations. The first law, the fundamental frequency of vibrating string is inversely proportional to the length of vibrating strings, length of the string. Understood? The fundamental frequency of vibrating string is inversely proportional to its length when tension and linear density remain constants. Same thing mathematically, we can put it this way: N1 is a frequency in fundamental mode or first harmonic is inversely proportional to length. T and mu being constant or remain constant, or N1 into L, this product remain constant when T and mu are constant. T and mu means linear density, remain constant. మొట్టమొదటి నియమం తో కంపించే తీగ తో మొదటి ఫండమెంటల్ మోడ్ లో పౌనపున్యము కంపించే తీగ పొడవుకు విలోమానుపాతంలో ఉంటుంది. కంపించే తీగ పౌనపున్యం ఒక పొడవుకు విలోమానుపాతంలో ఉంటుంది. ఎప్పుడు ఆ తీగలో ఉన్న తన్యత, టెన్షన్ అండ్ దెన్ లీనియర్ డెన్సిటీ తో ప్రమాణ పొడుకునే ద్రవ్యరాశి స్థిరంగా ఉన్నప్పుడు. రైట్? సో తీగలో ఉన్నటువంటి తన్యత తో లీనియర్ డెన్సిటీ, ప్రమాణ పొడుకునే ద్రవ్యరాశి స్థిరంగా ఉన్నప్పుడు ఆ కంపించే తీగ యొక్క పౌనపున్యం తీగ పొడవుకు విలోమానుపాతంలో ఉంటుంది. ఇది మొట్టమొదటి నియమం అన్నమాట. రైట్? ఐ రిపీట్, ప్లీజ్ మేక్ ఎ నోట్ ఆఫ్ ఇట్. సో ఫస్ట్ లా, so frequency in fundamental mode of vibration, frequency in fundamental mode of frequency of vibrating string, right? Frequency of vibrating string fundamental mode is inversely proportional to its length when the tension and linear density remain constants, or N1 into L constant when T and mu remain constants. Now you can solve numerical problems. You can write N1, L1, so N2, L2, so and so on, constant. That type of. Earlier we used to verify these laws using a simple instrument called sonometer. Right? We used to verify this laws, 3 laws using sonometer experiment. So next, second law. Now again, you look at this expression here, the frequency in fundamental mode of vibration of stretched string, frequency, fundamental frequency in fundamental mode is directly proportional to square root of tension in the string. The remaining, right hand side, what are the remaining 2 variables when L and mu, linear density, are constant? Very simple, if you just understand this. Second law, the frequency of vibrating string in fundamental mode is directly proportional to square root. Be careful here. If you miss this word, you don't get marks. Square root of tension. Square root of tension in the string. Right? When the length and linear density remain constants. I repeat, the frequency of vibrating string in fundamental mode is directly proportional to square root of tension in the string when the length and linear density remain constants. Or this mathematically you can write n1 is directly proportional to square root of t when L and mu are maintained constant. You can put it this way, n1 divided by root t. This gives a constant. రెండవ నియమం కనుక చూస్తే కనుక చూడండి ఇక్కడ, సో పౌనపున్యం కంపించే తీగ యొక్క పౌనపున్యము, సో తన్యత తీగలో ఉన్నటువంటి తన్యత వర్గమూలానికి అనులోమానుపాతంలో ఉంటుంది. డైరెక్ట్లీ ప్రపోజ్ స్క్వేర్ రూట్ ఆఫ్ టెన్షన్. సో తన్యత తీగలో ఉన్నటువంటి తన్యత వర్గమూలం స్క్వేర్ రూట్ వర్గమూలానికి అనులోమానుపాతంలో ఉంటుంది. ఎప్పుడు తీగ కంపించే తీగ పొడవు అలాగే లీనియర్ డెన్సిటీ ప్రమాణ పొడవుకుండే ద్రవ్యరాశి స్థిరంగా ఉన్నప్పుడు. దీన్నే మ్యాథమెటికల్ n1 is directly proportional to square root of t. L mu స్థిరంగా ఉన్నప్పుడు. Or n1 divided by root t is a constant. So when L and mu are L and mu స్థిరంగా ఉన్నప్పుడు. Right? The simple expression. I repeat this second law. The frequency of vibrating string in fundamental mode directly proportional to square root of tension in the string when the length and linear density remain constant. Right? Or mathematically n1 is directly proportional to square root of t, or n1 divided by root is a constant. This is second law. In a similar manner, you can have third law. Right? The same manner, just look at this basic expression here. Now the frequency of vibrating string in fundamental mode is inversely proportional to square root of linear density. See here, it is there in the denominator. The mass per unit length, linear density is there in the denominator, inversely proportional to square root of linear density when L length and T tension are constant. Both are maintained constant. We had an experiment sonometer. We used to maintain L and T constant. We used to verify this, right, for different strings, okay, with the different linear densities, mass per unit length. Or this, you can put it this way, to cross multiply n1 into square root of mu constant, some constant when L and T are constant, being constant, maintained constant. Dear students, I'll repeat the third law. So frequency of vibrating string in fundamental mode is inversely proportional to square root of linear density when length and tension in the string remain constant. Make a note of it. It's all three laws are very, very important. Very simple derivation followed by three laws. You can comfortably score 8 marks. Small numerical problems will be attached to it. I repeat, the frequency of vibrating string fundamental mode is inversely proportional to square root of linear density when length means length of the vibrating string and tension remain constant. Right? So దాన్ని మరొకసారి చూడండి ఇక్కడ. సో మొదటి కంపించే తీగ పౌనపున్యం లీనియర్ డెన్సిటీ, సో ప్రమాణ పొడుకుండే ద్రవ్యరాశి వర్గమూలానికి విలోమానుపాతంలో ఉంటుంది. ఎప్పుడు? సో ఎల్ అండ్ టి కంపించే తీగ పొడవు, కన్యత టెన్షన్ స్థిరంగా ఉన్నప్పుడు. రైట్, ఈ రకంగా 3 లాస్ మనం కంఫర్టబుల్ గా మనం రాయొచ్చు అనమాట. జనరల్ ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్, ఫ్రీక్వెన్సీ ఆఫ్ వైబ్రేటింగ్ స్ట్రింగ్ when it is vibrating in p segments, e divided by 2l root p by mu. ఇది ఉత్పన్నం చేసుకోవాలి. ఇక్కడ p వాల్యూ 1 కనుక సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ చేస్తే కనుక ఫ్రీక్వెన్సీ ఫండమెంటల్ మోడ్ వస్తుంది, ఈ ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్ వస్తుంది. అప్పుడు 3 లాస్ మనం ఈజీగా మనం నిర్వచించుకోవచ్చు. ఇంకా 5 minutes టైంలో ఉంది. కొన్ని న్యూమరికల్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్, స్మాల్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఫర్ ఐపీ ఎగ్జామినేషన్, వెరీ సింపుల్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్. సో విల్ బి గివెన్ డైరెక్ట్ substitution oriented problems. So 2-3 simple problems, just we'll try to work out. Right, please make a note of it, dear students. 2-3 problems we'll try to work out. First one, write down, were given in previous IP examination. A closed pipe, I'll read slowly. A closed pipe, but one end it is closed, called closed pipe. Make a note of it. A closed pipe, 70 centimeters, L value is given to us, 70 centimeters long, sounded. Make a note of it. A closed pipe, 70 centimeters long, sounded. If the velocity of sound is given to us 331 meters per second. What is the fundamental frequency of vibrating air column? What is the fundamental frequency of vibrating air column? I repeat, a closed pipe, 70 centimeters long, sounded. Next sentence, if the velocity of sound is 331 meters per second, what is the fundamental frequency of vibration? Fundamental frequency of vibration of air column. First of all, look at the diagram. It's a closed pipe or open pipe. Ascertain first, it is a closed pipe. Fundamental mode, the air column vibrates, an antinode is formed at open end and node is formed at closed end, such that we already discussed and derived. So node and immediate antinode, L is equal to lambda by 4 or lambda is equal to 4L, or frequency in fundamental mode, basic mode, first harmonic, N is equal to V divided by lambda or V by 4L. The frequency in fundamental mode given by V divided by 4L. That is expression we already derived. Now here L is given to us 70 centimeters, V value is available and N value you need to calculate. Here L is given to us 70 centimeters, convert into meters, 70 divided by 100, and it will be converted into meter, or 0.7 meters is given to us. Length is given in centimeters, convert into meters. Now velocity is given to us 331 meters per second. Then frequency in fundamental mode of vibration. Substitute, simplify. So it's the simplest possible problem. So just substitute frequency in fundamental. V is given to us 331, 4. Length in converted into meters 0.7, or 331. If you remove the decimal point, 0 comes. So 4 7 are 28. Right? This, to simplify this, so 118.2 hertz units of frequency. Fundamental mode, N is equal to 118.2. Next, one more small similar type of problem, but students, make sure, is it related to closed pipe or open pipe? For IP examination, you have plenty of time. Read it carefully, write down the data, you look for appropriate formula, then substitute and simplify. Right? One more problem. A pipe 30 centimeters long is open at both ends. If it's open at both ends, it's called open pipe, isn't it? We already discussed. A pipe 30 centimeters long is open at both ends. Which harmonic mode of the pipe resonates with 1.1 kilohertz. So it is open at both ends, right? So now the speed of the sound is given to us is 330 meters per second. It is given to us now. So in fundamental mode, so as we already discussed, case of open pipe, it open ends, antinodes are formed. In between, a node is formed. Here antinode, then middle of node. So that L is the length of the pipe given by 1 to 2 lambda by 4, or it is lambda by 2, or that implies lambda is 2L. This we already discussed. Frequency in case of open pipe is given by V divided by lambda 2L, right? So the frequency already given to us. So this 1.1 we have to compare with fundamental kilohertz. So this is kilohertz means 1.1 into 1000 hertz. So this is same as 10 gets cancelled. So if you remove this to 1000, meaning is so 1100 hertz. So have to compare this with the fundamental frequency. The given frequency is this. The fundamental frequency to calculate 330 velocity is given to us. 330 to length 30 centimeters. Convert into meters. 30 divided by 100. Now 0 gets cancelled. This 10 goes to numerator. So that we have 3300 divided by 2 into 3 in the denominator. Now 3 1s, 3 11s. Right? We have 1100 divided by 2. So this is 5, 2 5s are 10, 2 5s are 10, 550 hertz. Right? 550 hertz. This is the fundamental frequency. You compare with the given frequency here, it is double. So it is double. So you can conclude that the speed of sound in air, and then which harmonic means here it is double. 1 is to 2 is to 3 is to 4 is to 5, like this. It will be like this. So it is second harmonic. So comparing with this, it is double, right? To divide this with 550, we will get 2. Represents second harmonic. So 1.1 kilohertz, this frequency represents what? It is second harmonic. Denotes second harmonic. Second harmonic or is first overtone. You can conclude that way in a simpler manner, isn't it? It's a very, very simplest possible problem. Then one more small problem within 2 minutes. You just conclude the third overtone produced by a vibrating string. The third overtone produced by a vibrating string 2 meters long. 2 meters long. L value is given 2 meters long. The third overtone, be careful, the third overtone produced by a vibrating string 2 meters long is 1200 hertz. Given to us. What is the velocity of propagation of the wave? What is the velocity of propagation? Here, what does it represent? The frequency in which mode? Third overtone. Third overtone. Right? This is given to us. Then, velocity of propagation of the wave. V values. Right? This is the fundamental mode. The string vibrates like this. The first overtone, string vibrates in 2 segments. This is first overtone, 2 segments. Second overtone, 3 segments. Third overtone, the string vibrates in 4 segments. In third overtone, the string vibrates in 4 segments like this. This is third overtone, right? So be careful here. The length of the pipe is given by 1, 2, 3, 4 like this. So 4 loops are formed. 4 lambda by 2, or it is lambda by, so here 2 gets 2 lambda, will get it. 2 1s are 2 2s are 2 lambda, right? So here L in terms of lambda is 2 lambda, but length of the string is given to us 2 meters, 2 lambda. So 2 2 gets cancelled, so that lambda is equal to wavelength is 1 meter. Wavelength is 1 meter. Then we can calculate the velocity. Basic formula V is nothing but n lambda. In this mode, that is third overtone, the frequency is given to us 1200 hertz. It is given to us. Just now we calculated wavelength 1200 to 1. This 1200. The velocity meters per second. Right? Simple possible problems. The simple, straightforward, substitution-oriented problems, most probably based on fundamental frequency in case of stretched string, or in case of the open argon pipe or closed argon pipe. Just substitute and simplify. Make sure sometimes the length will be given in centimeter. You need to convert into meters before you substitute in the appropriate formula. So that's it. So I try to cover maximum 3 possible questions. The reminder, so learn them thoroughly. This will take care of section C. You are supposed to answer 2 out of 4. You are thorough with this chapter. Only 3 possible questions are there. Learn them thoroughly, so you can comfortably score 16 marks from this particular section. That is section C. Right? Hope you understood, and then put some sincere efforts, and before your IP examination, practice thoroughly a few numerical problems, so you will fetch full marks. That is from this particular section. Okay. So I wish you all the best. Okay. Prepare well. Exams are fast approaching. Right. Learn it thoroughly, and then practice, learn and practice. I already told you, want to excel, you have to learn perfectly, practice, and then perform. LP square. Want to excel, learn perfectly, practice, and perform on the day of examination. I don't see any reason. Definitely, everybody will get full marks, provided you write in legible and in an impressive manner. Okay, wishing you all the best.